Well, hello there, my name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Junkie TV. Oh no, I'm in the Kemper software! That's right, I'm in Rig Manager. And you know what? Truthfully, I find myself in Rig Manager more and more because lately I've been using IRs a lot with the Kemper. And I'm going to show you what I use them for, how I use IRs for the Kemper. And first things first, I get this question a lot. HW, do you need IRs for the Kemper? Do you recommend IRs for the Kemper? You know, the Iridium, you need IRs. The Helix, people say you haven't heard it unless you've heard it with IRs. Even the Quad Cortex, people are like, I put my IRs on the Quad Cortex and I like it better than some of the cabs. I personally use, you know, Junkie captures, and you know, other people are putting out great captures too. But I personally like captures on the Quad Cortex, but that's just me. But you can use IRs, and a lot of people are using IRs on there. But do you need to use them on the Kemper? You really don't. But let me show you what you can do with IRs that you really can't get out of the Kemper without IRs. Let me just show you what they add. And there's a reason that it's compatible. You know, let me say this, Junkie's put out so much stuff, it's not like you need IRs. What I'm gonna show you and how I use them is a cool way to get some variation, but it's certainly not necessary. You could probably find another profile that will, instead of changing this one profile that we're gonna talk about. And the profile we're gonna talk about is a 64 AC10 Twin B3, and you heard it at the top, but it sounds like this. That's right, so nice throwing a jazz note. This is a Sir, a JM Pro Sir. It's one of my favorite guitars, and you can see right here on the screen, 1964 AC10 Twin B3. Beautiful profile, right? Okay, I've got the cab selected. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to open up all these Tone Junkie profiles that are right here. Now, the profile that we're dealing with, you can kind of hear what it sounds like. Listen to the low end. It's not huge. It's not huge. That's the sound of two little 10-inch Alnico speakers. Put it on the middle. Sounds like a little amp, right? Sounds like a little kind of, not spanky, but chimey little guy, right? Okay, IRs are gonna give us the ability to basically switch the cabinet out. And that's gonna give us the ability to do a couple things. One, get the characteristic of another speaker, which for this might be cool because have you heard the AC10 not with two 10s? I haven't really, because the combo's got two 10s. So I get to change the speaker to something else. So here we're gonna use the TJ 1970 G12H, and that is an orange cab that I have in it. It's a 1970s orange cabinet. And we have all these different microphone names. We've got Fat 906, Fathead, R101. Those are all different microphones. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those just get, 5 is thicker than 1. They get thicker and more mid-rangey. And yeah, so you heard that, right? So one more time. Now, let me throw in a fat microphone, the fattest, probably thickest mic we have, and now listen to this thing. It's fat, it's thick, it's syrupy. It gives you all this kind of thing. Check this out. It's a completely different sound, right? Now, let's say I want to switch this out. I go, that HW, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much of a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's too much. Let's go to the 545, the SM545-1. So here's the thinnest one. It's a dynamic microphone. It's close mic, and now it goes like this. Now, check it out. Let's do the Royer 121, right? And this is going to be not as deep as the Fathead, but it's going to be a nice, warm, ribbon kind of sound, right? Let's check it out right over here. That's way different, right? I'm hitting my input jack there, sorry. Way different. Now let's go back. 57, super bright, super dynamic, super in it, right? Check it out. Just way different. You want to put two mics together? You can. Give me some of that Fathead. Now give me the 57. And now let's listen to it. Now we're going to get the dynamic sort of presence that's in there, but the deepness of the Fathead, right? I mean, let's find out. Am I a liar? I don't know. Bridge, you know, now you're going to get, it's a different EQ on the whole profile. You know, you can get this kind of thing. Plenty of presence, plenty of low end. If you just want the presence though, get away from the Fathead and the 57 together, just go with the 57. Now you got this. It's the part of guitar sound that you can miss if you're not like well versed in microphones, right? I have a whole room built over here that was in an unfinished room in my house that I built and framed an amp booth. And so I have different microphones. I get used to what a dynamic mic sounds like compared to a ribbon mic. If you don't own a bunch of microphones, you might not know what those sound like. And so this can be kind of intimidating, but ribbon mics are going to be fatter, thicker. You know what I mean? You throw it on the bridge, this is going to be a thick sound, man. It sounds like the thickest, fattest Strat you ever heard. Now, then you want to come over, grab the R101, and take number 3 here. This is going to be brighter, a little more attack, but still a ribbon mic. That sounds big, like bellowy in the bass. But then R101 with the 545, you know, and this is a combo I was using for a while. Now I'm kind of on the 121 kick, but actually I've been using a fat and a 545 lately. Listen, I can't play, I don't know. What am I trying to play here? That's not what I was trying to play, but I was going to go with that. Listen, it's these kind of give you a completely different like flavor, right, on the whole thing. It's that amp through a different lens, through a different mic, through a different cab. I know you know that, but it's not just like it's not just like, just random variation. It really is hearing the EQ curve of those microphones and the speaker, right? And this is all just one speaker. We could start changing the speaker and you have all these other mic combinations. IRs can be a rabbit hole. I totally get it. But what I know is that if I got a really cool amp and I like the sound of it, I might want to grab a bright guitar. I might want to go to the neck and I might want to throw on a thick microphone. And I know the sound I'm going to get there. Or I might want to take something like with a lot of mid-range or something that maybe even on the neck, I want a warm sound on the guitar, and I want to take like just a dynamic microphone, like a 57. I want to throw it on there, and then even I know when I throw it on the bridge, I'm going to get that spanky chime kind of telly thing, like you almost switch to a telly kind of thing, and that works, man. It works, and you can combine those things together, and you can get thinner and thicker variations. That's what the 1 through 5 is kind of for. They're not hugely drastically different, 1 to 1, but 1 to 5 is a good difference. And it's really for you to just be able to dial in and sort of just get inspired, because you can really change the sound. The amp is still there. The profile is still there to give you the character of the breakup, but the amplitude and, the compression and everything. And this is really about EQ curves, because all these IRs I'll tell you a secret. All IRs are very complicated EQ curves. They're so complicated that you and I would not be able to make them otherwise. We couldn't sit there with 1,000 band EQ and come up with these EQ curves. They're very intricate, and they're intricate because what we're doing is we're taking the utility away from the microphone and the speaker, where we're creating the sound and then recapturing it, and we're just taking the EQ sort of flavor from those elements. And so what does a Fathead do to the sound? With how they built that ribbon and how it picks things up. What does an R101 do? What does the R10 do? Those are Royers. What does a 57 sound like compared to a 545? You don't need to do this stuff. But this is Tone Junkie, man. I mean, what channel did you come on to if you thought this was going to be about stuff you needed? You don't need any of this, man. You only need like one good sounding profile, and then you need like hours of practice. But don't tell anybody that, or no one's going to watch this channel. I've been HW. Thanks so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. Here we go. Fathead, my favorite.